Hello everyone, and welcome back to Full On Sandwich Gaming with episode 4 of our Let's Play of MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries. So we're getting ready to jump into this quest here. This is a high reward mission, so hopefully we make some good progress. This is the highest mission difficulty we've taken on so far, and we still don't really have the ideal setup for these kinds of things, but let's jump right in and see what we can do.
So crippling their reserves will help us out significantly. On the plus side, this may lead us closer to Rabbit.
So we're about 3,000 meters away, so it's going to be a little bit of a walk to get there, but that's fine. Let's try to move it along here. Try to be careful as we move through this snowy wasteland. Some of the environments in this game are just so gorgeous. Oh, cool, some salvage. Of course, had to take a hit there. Yeah, already orange on the armor, so that's the cicada's squishiness coming into play.
Beginning recovery now.
So an extra 10,000 C-bills and a nice rifle. Okay. So picking up an enemy on the radar here. It's just a turret. There we go, turret down. And a helicopter down. Good job, boys. Alright, let's keep moving on this objective. So the Panther does lag behind a little bit with its lower speed. Woo! That was a lucky miss. Because that SRM carrier would have hurt. Yeah, the Panther is falling behind, so we definitely want to slow up a bit for him. Some more salvage. Well, this will let the Panther catch up. Again, definitely want to be picking up those loot boxes. Alright, definitely need to let the Panther catch up here, so. As we are closing in on the objective. Yeah, as you can see, the AI does tend to be a little derpy, as our fire starter just ran into the wall there. Alright. Okay, so it looks like we just have to destroy a couple of buildings. Maybe we can get in and get out, save ourselves from taking too much damage. Nice. Oh, thank you for that.
Kill confirmed.
Okay. No enemy mechs as of yet.
Touching down.
Okay. Now that might be our rude awakening. I haven't... Oh, okay. There's our extract. So, you know what? We really haven't taken any damage. There's no additional rewards for actively seeking a fight with additional enemies. So, I think we just bounce on out of here. Oh, some more salvage. Okay. So not a bad haul on this mission. I mean, with the difficulty level, I did expect to run into at least one mech, but we didn't. So, you gotta appreciate the easy ones when they come around.
Munitions stores are fully destroyed. Good job. This was still a worthwhile venture.
There we go. Oh, there's an enemy mech right there, a Jenner. Well, we didn't really have the salvage anyway, so it's not like we really missed out. So, we'll just take our easy payday. There we go, we reached rank 3. That's nice. Got a medium rifle, a large chem laser, and a light rifle. So that's pretty nice there. These are good AC5s. And, yeah, we'll take another high-rank machine gun. Why not? Yep, almost no damage. That's what we like to see. So, was that... Okay, so here's another step on the mission. Gudarak. Let's just check the mech market real quick. Still just that assassin. Not really what we're in the market for. Okay. Yep, let's head on down to Gudarak once we just make a couple of quick repairs. I mean, it's very cheap, so might as well. You never know what you're going to get out of these high reward missions, so it's always good to get in there and take them on while you can. So generally I'm more of a ballistic weapon mech kind of guy, so it is kind of a big adjustment to having so many laser mechs running around. Interesting. Magistracy of Canopus missions. Okay, well let's take the next step in chasing ghosts first, and we'll see about coming back for some of that. I take the salvage shares. 7's really not enough to get a mech, so let's just keep focusing on the money.
Mind the weather, Commander. It'll compromise
Okay.
your visibility.
I think we're good to go. Yeah, moving right along here.
Once you've found the targeted
Okay.
asset, move up to it, and we'll
Getting ready to
begin the
launch.
recovery procedure.
It's so cool dropping in.
Hangar doors open. Stand clear.
It's dark in here.
Online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
It's not exactly bright out here either.
This area has been marked as a potential
Okay.
location of Rabid. And if
So
not,
here we go.
it's likely that the pirates here were responsible for whatever fate had fallen upon him. Attack
Let's
the base, and
head
open
right
scan for
over
any
to
evidence
this
pointing to Rabid's
target.
location. Either way, let's
So again,
race
this is kind of just a destroy stuff mission, which is fine with me.
We're forming on you, Commander.
You know, there's only so much firepower in the team here, so honestly, missions that don't bring us into direct contact with enemy mechs, if we don't choose that fate, isn't bad, especially now that we're kind of taking on these higher difficulty missions. You know, it's good to sort of test yourself on things a little bit more
Why don't you go
manageable.
over and introduce yourself?
Oop. That's a Centurion. Yep. Oof. Okay. Don't want to take those.
Bottlenecks on approach. Enemy destroyed.
Okay, we took out his main guns. Yeah, the machine gun rounds don't even reach that helicopter there.
Keep on smashing. They are hurt, but our contract calls for us to wipe them off the face of this system. The area is down to half capacity. Keep going.
Now, ballistic weapons do more damage to buildings, so that's why you're wondering why I'm peppering the buildings with machine gun fire. It's because ballistic weapons are generally more effective against buildings.
And then we can all go home. Kill confirmed.
Okay, and it's always an okay plan to just run through the buildings. Okay, well, I'm a little beat up. I don't know about the rest of my team, but I definitely want to try to get out of here.
Sadly, my kill is about to go critical.
New target, Vindicator.
Okay, a Vindicator. Not sure if we should risk it too much here. Almost got him. Got him. Alright, let's go. Because I do have some armor breaches on my torso, as you can tell. So, let's get on out of the combat zone.
But at least the pirates and outlaws here have been dealt.
So that went pretty well. I mean, you know, we managed to take down a Centurion and a Vindicator, 2 medium mechs. So, you know, I think the stick and move is working. Yeah, definitely good to take the main gun arm off the Centurion. Just totally cripples them. Take another one of these LRM 10s. We should probably get some of the ammo for it too. Okay, so definitely a little bit more damage than last time, but not really that bad considering. Okay, let's take a look at the transmission. Ravid's Reckoning. That is what these pirates called themselves. I've seen the photographic evidence you provided, but it goes against all reason that the head of those piratical marauders could possibly be my even-tempered son. He must either be brainwashed or he is an imposter trading on my family's name. Either way, you must bring the leader of these pirates to justice. If you can take him alive, then we will clap him in irons and let the courts decide his fate. If you cannot, however, then I may at least find some closure for this mystery. Ooh, might not be a happy ending here. Alright, let's go take a look at the mechs. So, okay, not too bad. Again, it's okay. That's fine. We didn't lose anything on this, right? Let me just double check the fire starter. Going a little too fast here. Yeah, it's just a repair. That's fine. And good. I'm surprised the Panther almost was the cheapest there. Okay, we do have missions in Vaccarel. Yeah, let's try to wrap up this special mission here. And give us time for all the refits also. Who knows? Maybe there'll be a good mech in Vaccarel. Sometimes it's really hard to find decent mechs for purchase in conflict zones. Not to mention they're going to be marked up because we really don't have much of a relationship with Marek. Yeah, it's another flea. We're going to leave that. Alright, take a look at the contracts. This is another 15 and it's assassination mission, so we're pretty much guaranteed to come into contact with an enemy mech. If we were to do... No, we're still negative 30, so that wouldn't really make a difference. I almost am tempted... Yeah, 9's not enough. I think the only thing we could get with 9 is a Locust. So, again, we're just going to take the money here. Going to ready up and get right into it. Alright. This might be the last leg of this quest here. So, Let's keep an eye on things. There are some good missions to do in this area after this, though. So we might stick around in this stretch of space here.
Well, this is certainly tricky.
Okay.
Ravid is seemingly alive and well, but as the leader of the very bandits that occupy these fringe
So
worlds.
let's see.
Baron Stroud hopes we can take him alive, but we can't take any risks.
Don't want to go too
Incapacitate
fast.
Ravid's bottleneck first and foremost. Worry about your well-being first, and if we're lucky, he'll still be alive. But if he dies, he dies.
Hostile spotted.
Okay. No sign of an enemy mech yet.
Looks like we got some bad intel. Our target is not here. Let's
Both
hope we have
missed
better
that,
look
Chopper.
at the other locations.
There we go.
Target destroyed.
Try not to get hit by that. Yeah, it looks like he did try to steer into us there. Ooh, just juke those missiles.
Carry formation behind the commander.
Target destroyed.
Okay. Looks like we've got our next spot for search here.
I'm not seeing our targets
Nope,
at this location.
not here either.
Make way to the next nav point. We might have more luck there.
Alright. We don't want to hang around here too long. Let's zigzag back.
Roger. Moving in file.
Yeah, we don't want to take too much damage before we get to our main target, so let's try to systematically search these places and not pick fights we don't necessarily want to be in.
We're moving to your
Come on,
Commander.
keep up.
Tango down. Survival is threatened. Survival is
There he is.
You're dead.
In a locust.
Lance attack confirmed.
Ooh. Something more than a locust over there. A hunchback.
Skull unit taking heavy damage.
Got him.
Target acquired.
Target received. Engaging.
Oh, that's a griffin. Gotta pull away from him.
New target hunchback.
Enemy mech down.
Okay.
Endeavor.
Target acquired.
Whoa.
Shielding maneuvers. Threat eliminated.
New target bottleneck.
Okay, that's an ammo explosion.
I've lost all firepower. Got to eject.
I'm not picking up any vitals from Rabbit's battle mech. It looks like he's officially KIA.
Okay.
Anyways, get yourself out of there before the pirates swarm you. It's a shame we have
Yeah,
to kill Rabbit,
let's
but it was
just
a
try to
potential
bounce.
risk.
We've taken enough damage
I
here.
have to wonder what happened to him in the last decade to turn him into whatever he was. We've gotten all of them, Commander. Good job.
Okay. So, a little bit of a tense battle there. You know, Laser, Hunchback, Griffin, Irby, Locust, and that Jenner that came in at the end there. So, definitely a lot of threats right at the end there, but we got the job done, and that's what counts. So, took a little bit of damage too. Probably gonna have to pop out to an industrial hub to do repairs, but we'll see what it looks like. Okay, 900,000 C-bills. Of course, can't get either of these. So, a level 2 AC5 is pretty nice. Couple more. Alright, so we'll take those. Okay. Not too bad. Looks like the fire starter took the brunt of it. But all in all, not bad at all. Did a lot of damage too. So good job. Logbooks and journals found among the ruins of the pirates' base paint a grim tale of what transpired after my son's ship misjumped. The jump stranded them here with no means of outside contact, so they settled with hopes of making the best of things. My son, as a trained diplomat and former free world soldier, quickly took charge of the survivors. However, isolation and dwindling supplies caused them all to turn on each other. But it was an insidious non-lethal toxin in the water table that drove them to even higher levels of paranoia and violence, a state they called the Reckoning. When a ship passing through the system noticed signs of habitation and sent a dropship to investigate, my son and his fellow survivors, driven by the toxin's altered state, attacked the crew and took command of their ship, ultimately using it to begin their reign of piracy and terror in the region, using stolen weapons of war, including what appears to be lost technology from the Star League era. But no matter how far they ventured, Raven's pirates always returned to this planet. Their bodies had become so used to the toxin in the water that going extended periods of time without it sickened them. My son's death was an unfortunate circumstance from all this tragedy, but at least now I know what became of him. I can now finally put his memory to rest. Wow. That's pretty heavy there, but we reached rank 4, so we made it to established, which was one of our objectives, so... Fixers now offering jobs in cantinas. I'm not going to read all this, but you get the point. That was our starter quest, so we did pretty good. Let's take a look here. So repairing the cicada, 68,000 is actually okay for a combat zone. 100,000, that's fine. 42, so we're talking 200,000 there. Nah, you know what? We are gonna jump out. It'll only save us 30 grand, but you know, you gotta penny pinch a little bit sometimes. So let's see. It's 150 actually to get to Fagerholm, but then we'll jump back to Gudarak. So in the end, it won't save us much of anything, but I'd rather make these jumps than you know, pay the extended time as well. Besides, we are still on the market for a better mech. A Vulcan isn't necessarily what I had in mind. Not that they aren't good. You know, Vulcans are pretty decent, but they are, actually, they do provide something we don't currently have. I think we sell this Locust for an extra 500,000, and I think we go ahead and we buy the Vulcan. Yep, for almost 4 million, which is admittedly probably too much. So let's take a look. We're gonna drop the Flamer, drop the Short Bird. Well, you know what? Let's just do this. Let's strip the mech. Let's repair everything. And then let's go look at what we have available. So I do usually like putting an AC5 burst on these, which there is one. There's 3 available technically. We're not going to buy a backup AC5 burst. We're just going to make do. Okay. And then I think what I normally do is I just go small laser. Well, you know what? We actually have short bursts, so we'll go short burst. Okay, I'm gonna put the ammo in for that AC5. Let's just make sure we have it. So what I normally do is I go half ammo in each of the legs, and then what else are we missing here? We can go heat sinks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put them on the torsos. There and there. Ah, that's all our weight, so that's not gonna work. That's probably okay considering it's a small laser and a medium laser. Got the AC5 halves. Okay, I think this is how I normally would set them up. He does have room for a machine gun too. Maybe we drop the short burst laser and go... No, because then we have to load ammo too. So let's just keep the short burst laser, and I think that's fine. Yeah, 87,000's not too bad for that. Yeah, we're good with that. So we'll probably swap the Javelin for the Vulcan. And then let's go ahead and have a look. Are there any good pilots? So there's a 29 here, which I think would be our new highest. It would be. So I think we hire this 29.
Let's get a move on.
Lieutenant Champagne. Okay, and then maybe Nikolai is on borrowed time. Alright, let's go and have a look here. Now, there is a cantina here in Bootsfla. Let's take a look what the mission is. Oh, it's a House Liao mission. That's perfect. So let's travel to Bootsfla. So in the end, our jumps really did only cost 200,000. Got a new mech, got a new pilot. Saved a little bit of money on the repairs. That's what we like. Collect 1 urban mech. This might actually be doable. Kill 3 fire starters and collect an assassin. I think we're more likely to kill the 3 fire starters. We're gonna leave that one on the shelf for now. Okay. Anything good in the black market? Like AC5 bursts, maybe. No AC5 bursts. Some rifles, though. Energy weapons, chem lasers, meh. Meh, meh, meh. Got all kinds of supercharged Mark 5. That's for an assault mech. It does weigh 7.5 tons, so we're not gonna worry about that. Any good news? Oh, so superchargers must have just come out then. Alright. Let's head on in. So it is only a challenge 8. But we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2. Why not? Okay. So 900,000 on the board.
The weather's really kicking up, Commander.
Let's see.
Your visibility will be limited out there.
I think we can actually swap the fire starter or the Panther. I think we swap the Panther. Did I never take the jump jets off of this? I never took the jump jets off of this. What am I doing? I could have swore I did. Maybe I never confirmed the changes Interesting that that's like that. Nobody else has jump jets still, right? Well, we might have to take another look at that then. Here's another Vulcan for considerably more, so that's fine. Alright, let's go into deployment. See if we can get one more mission in here for you guys. So, let's swap the Panther for the Vulcan, and then we'll swap Nikolai for Champagne. Okay. Let's wait the 16 days and get ready to launch. Okay. I do like Vulcans as an early game mech. They're only 40 tons, so you know, they can be pretty useful, and they're not you know, they're not slow. Like, look at that, we can move at 97 as a group now, so that's pretty good. Alright.
Walk on up to the treasure to pick it up. That's close enough. Ready to start.
I think they're a good, like, lighter medium mech, you know? Some of the lighter medium mechs really struggle. I think the Vulcan is solid. You know, it's definitely lacking a little bit in armor, but I'm really fine with that. Okay. So this is a little weird one, because we're kind of downhill. And I hate when my teammates run through town here.
Falling in behind you.
Alright, come on. Crest that hill. Nope. Gotta keep an eye out. We know we have tanks in the area.
Unit spotted.
Come on.
Enemy reinforcements are spotted
just
in the
missed.
area. They look like they're heading your way. Your resistance is pulling in more hostiles from the surrounding area. Hostiles are escalating their assault on your position, Commander. Be careful.
So it'll be interesting to see if any mechs show up in this one.
That mech is on our kill list. You know what to do.
So we do have mechs showing up. Ooh, more salvage though. Easily distracted.
Package acquired.
Target fire starter.
Hostiles have just destroyed a residential area.
How are they taking so much damage? Oh, because those helicopters are just having a field day. Okay. Well,
This location wasn't built to withstand military-grade weapon fire. We need to pull them away from the buildings.
Target acquired.
Destroyed.
Destroyed. Target destroyed.
okay. That was almost a failure to launch on this mission. Gotta pay attention to those helicopters. They can really put a beating on things if you,
New target spotted.
of course, let them sit there and do it.
Copy that. Follow the commander.
Is this? No. I was gonna say, is that even more salvage? Gonna light them up.
I'm taking on heavy fire. Just lost a component.
Not even sure how I missed that shot.
There
we go. It's one down. This does appear to be the last enemy here. If I can find it.
Target acquired.
We're on it, Commander.
Seems to have derped out this one. There we go. Good hit. Another good hit. Nice. Try to stay on him. There we go.
Congratulations, Commander.
Okay.
These people are
Another
alive
easy
to
mission.
you.
Gotta love it. You know? Another nice payday in the books. Let's take a look at our salvage options here real quick. Okay. And no real salvage. Well, we can take all of this and have leftovers. Okay. So, let's just go ahead and repair our mechs. And I'm going to take this moment to thank you guys so much for joining me today. And if you enjoyed what you saw and are excited to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, because we will be back soon. Thank you so much, and have a great day.